Hello, welcome to New Vision TV News. I am Rathi Naseje. Now, there is hope that the public, especially the women, will soon stop living in fear of being kidnapped by unknown criminals now that the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, has vowed to crack down the kidnappers. This rather scary act got to the attention of the head of state in February after the 28-year-old female accountant, Susan Magara, was kidnapped this year. In an exclusive interview with Vision Group, the president revealed how. President Yoweri Museveni says the prevailing peace has led to relaxation by the people and the kidnappers have taken advantage of that. Peace has been NRM's selling point since it captured power in 1986. Prior to that, there has been pockets of insecurity in the countryside and within the city that when NRM ushered in the peace, the population was relieved. Hence the popular phrase, "Twebaka otulo," which means we can now sleep soundly.
Babadde bakozesa abantu obutafaayo kubanga Uganda ebadde mu ddembe kuba n'ebbanga ddene abantu tebafaayo nnyo tebeekengera kati ngono owulidde obyatandika jangu nkulage omuntu gwatamanyi so
The commander-in-chief is optimistic that the kidnappers are going to be arrested.
Bana abatemu basiru tugenda kubafuna.
On Wednesday, the police chief, Martin Okoth Ochola, said some of the kidnaps and murders of women who have recently engulfed the city and its outskirts are masterminded by terrorists. He explained that among the so many categories of these kidnappers, the major one is always demanding for a ransom to finance terrorism. Museveni, who also paraded some of the victims who have recently survived being murdered and kidnapped by criminals, urged the public to be more vigilant. He also set out tactics used to arrest criminals in the villages can be used by the public in urban areas with the help of the security agencies to help track down criminals.
I don't know how you say it in Uganda. If we are alert, we can smash these people. They are not... because mujukira twalina abatema bombyaro bakonyi abakoromojo ababisanga emundu abobo okubalondora twakozesa amagezi amalala ekisinde wayise n'amagezi amalala ga science kati bana bo mu town bo betaaga fe abatuuze okwekengera ate bw'olaba ekintu ekitateredde n'okiroopa.
The kidnapped victims share their stories with the president. Shamusa Nakasuja, a 19-year-old girl, left her home in Nachifuma Mukono district to visit her elder sister Amina Nachito in Ndeje Makinde Sabagabo municipality Wakiso district on Kampala-Entebbe highway. Unable to find a taxi to her destination at the old taxi park, a man referred her to Safi Taxi Park near Clock Tower and assured her she would find a taxi to Ndeje. He even offered to escort her. That is all Nakasuja remembers. Drugged and assaulted, Nakasuja woke up the next day and found herself in a house in an undisclosed location. Meanwhile, her captor had spent the day pestering her family for a ransom of 10 million shillings. Meanwhile, Nakasuja, who noticed that her kidnapper was not nearby, escaped from the house and was luckily reunited with her family. President Museveni met the two sisters. Forestina Chambadi, a nurse who survived an attack by armed thugs early this year, said she was saved by her quick decision-making. Nachambade said she made a desperate phone call to a neighbor, but the phone was off. She then rang a crime preventer and dropped the phone out through her window when they broke in. The nurse was able to identify the two people who attacked her home as Mohamed Chidawalime and Musa Galiwango. She played along to their demands but kept her guard for a chance to escape. Just as one of the thugs was about to rape her, the police and crime preventers who responded to her distress call caught up with Chidawalime, who was later lynched by the residents.
Are you looking for a unique salon that will accommodate your worries? Mistake Beauty Unisex Salon is there for you. It does manicure and pedicure, massage, women's hair of all types, both normal and bridal packages, men's haircuts of all types, foot scrubs, facial, and for a person planning for a wedding, they have makeup stylists all in one location. They use modern equipment that will not be an effect on your skin. Mistake Beauty Unisex Salon is located in Wandegear on Bomber Road with big parking space. For more information, contact the numbers below.
Now moving on, the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, has directed the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee to investigate the Minister of Internal Affairs, General Eli Tumwine, over the Nomo Gallery property located at Nakasero in Kampala. Last week, following the recommendations from Parliament's Gender, Labour and Social Development Committee, Parliament resolved that Tumwine vacate the Nomo Gallery and pay rent arrears for the years he has occupied the place, which belongs to the Gender Ministry. Tumwine on Wednesday presented a statement in Parliament explaining the history of the place and why he could neither vacate nor pay rent for it. The decorated military general said the place was given to visual arts in 1967 by the former president, Dr. Milton Obote. In 2003, Uganda National Housing and Construction Corporation acquired the title for the place without their knowledge. Moving on, the World Association of Newspapers and News Publishers yesterday announced Vision Group's editor-in-chief, Barbara Kayija, the winner of the Women in News Editorial Leadership Award. The annual award, according to the statement by World Association of Newspapers and News Publishers, goes to one outstanding woman editor in the Sub-Saharan African region and also another in the Middle East and North Africa region. Named the 2018 Africa laureate, Kayija joins the coveted League of Exception Editors in the continent who have inspired and paved the way for the next generation of leaders. The award recognizes the exemplary contribution by an editor to her newsroom and the contribution to her newspaper to society. That read the statement. With an experience spanning over 26 years, Kayija, who is currently at the helm of Uganda's leading multimedia company, the New Vision Printing and Publishing Company Limited, has transformed the newsroom from simple storytelling to journalism aimed at transforming society. She oversees both the development as well as the production of all content, providing guidance to an ever-growing number of journalists and editors. And in our sports news, it is one of those rare occasions in the Uganda Premier League when the champion is decided on the very last day. Table leaders Vipers with 62 points and second place KCCA with 60 points are in the photo finish, which either side believes they will win. While Vipers will be hosting struggling UPDF, KCCA will be visiting stubborn Police. A closer look at the figures, however, shows Vipers as better positioned to raise to their third title. In the event that both sides win their matches, then the Chitenda side will emerge victorious at 65 points compared to KCCA's 63. KCCA can only win the 13th title if Vipers draw or lose. It is, however, unlikely that the Army side will ambush Vipers, while on the other hand, KCCA could face some trouble at Nambole. You're still watching New Vision TV, and in our daily Pearl of Africa series, we look at Nanzili Falls. These falls are found in Kalangala district on Bukasa Island. Nanzili Falls are historical. Locals believe the name was derived from a lady known as Nanzili, who was married to a small god called Mukasa. Nanzili Falls are notable for very many beautiful butterfly species that harbor in the surrounding vegetation. Let's take a look. It is clear Nanzili is a top destination tourism area. Many have embraced its offerings. But we ask a question: who is Nanzili and how did this place adopt to its name?
Nanzili yali mukyala, alabika mukyala abambaga banonooza nti ayinza okuba mukyala wa Mukasa abaasooka bwe batyo bagamba. Bajja ne bamusaba oluzaalo, ne bamusaba okufuna ebintu ebifaanana bwe bityo. Era waggulu waliwo empuku mwe bateeka ebintu bye baba bamuwadde ng'ebirabo.
Wada Christopher has lived on Bukasa Island for all his life. He says his ancestor could not tell the source of Nanzili Falls. However, he says it pours its water in Lake Victoria. These falls are said to be attracting so many people from across the globe who wonder where it gets its water from.
Asaba kusalawo ebirungi ebyenjawulo ng'amazzi amalungi, empewo ennungi, kale n'ebintu ebisingako.
Amazzi gano gavaawo okujja wano?
Gava mu ttaka naffe gatubula.
Ate gava wano galagawa?
Gava wano gagenda mu nnyanja.
Nnyanja ki?
Nnyanja Victoria.
On this visit, tourists had a chance to see Nanzili's caves. It is believed the name Nanzili was derived from a lady who was known as Nanzili and was married to a small gold called Mukasa. Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug/video. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is another home of adventures, so get your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories. And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more news updates and other programs here on New Vision TV by visiting our website www.newvision.co.ug/video. I am Rathi Naseje.